Hey yo, what's going on? All right. This next interview that I had with my guy, Rome. He's a childhood friend. When I say childhood, it's like around the first grade area, stuff like that. But you already had him. I already had him on here before. Y'all saw him before, and then we basically just touched base and we talked about actually on the business side. So we talked about like post landscaping season. So therefore, like winter going and what's going on with that. We talk about the logo, which you will see the shirt I was wearing in that particular podcast, and then what he trying to do as far as like incorporating that business as well with the shirt business and intertwined with his landscaping business. We talk wardrobe. We talk wardrobe as far as like it's like as far as like work wardrobe or what you're putting on your garments or whatnot, and the the insight from your spouse, because he said he had a couple things from his spouse or whatnot. Y'all will hear that as well, and much more, man. But it was a it was a very cool thing. It's about an hour segment, man, and I think y'all would definitely enjoy it. And if y'all don't enjoy any ones, but I believe y'all enjoy it just as much as the other ones. I'll try to bring this good content, but the shit is dope. It's dope. It's dope. So please, let's go ahead and tune in. And once again, follow, subscribe, comment, and do what you can do to support the Bruisery podcast. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, here you go, Rome. Yo, what's going on? It's the Bruisery podcast. And I got a good fella. I call him my cousin. I call him my brother. I don't know who he is. I knew him since I was like 6. He been on here before. But I got Rome. I'm popping. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? What you up to?
Ain't shit. No, I was ironing my clothes for tomorrow. But I was about to text you and be like, hey, I'm like this nigga taking waiting until his hell shower, baths and shit. So I was like, I don't know what you was doing. That I'm,
Gotta stay fresh and clean, man.
can you fit in the fucking tub, my nigga? I don't get it. Y'all niggas got some like different shit or some shit. I don't know.
No, I mean, anybody could fit in a tub. It's about how comfortably. But
I
I
scrub
take baths, man. What can I do, man?
I scrub a dub in the shower. They like
I
when
do that.
I go to
I do that too.
different joints. If I go to different joints and what I'm saying, like getting them big them whale tubs. I guess I'm a fat dude, so I don't know. It is what it is.
No, I don't think it make a difference.
But anyway, shit. So, are you all the way done with everything as far as I mean, I know it's like not landscaping, but are you all the way done with as far as doing whatever entails as far as landscaping, like whether it's cleaning up,
No,
whether it's
nope. I thought I was supposed to be done. What was that?
like two.
October 16th?
Oh well, November. Yeah. Yeah, it's called a month and some
Yeah.
change.
Yeah, all right, October 16th. But just a couple, real good people that reach out to me. I just, I'll go ahead and uh do a couple things for them or whatever. Cause I got one more. He just want me to cut his yard. I'm gonna do that Saturday. And, it just depends though. I'm not, doing, like routine work no more, but just one offs, people call me if I got the time, I'll tell them, yeah, I'll do it. But for the most part, I shut down this year. I was gonna do a lot of fall cleanups, thought about doing snow plowing, but I think I'll look into that next year versus this year. I just need some downtime.
Yeah, that's one of my. I don't know. That's one of my plans, but that's one of my plans. I thought about getting a snowplow kit, but up here, I mean, I don't know if it's different from it being a little bit southern. It's probably even less different from how it'd be up here towards the lakes, because you more down in the I mean down that area during more southern, what I mean. So
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all would catch snow more than we would.
No,
Y'all won't.
y'all get a whole
We
bunch
get
of
we
more
get we get
snow.
lake effect. If the snow come, we get on the lake effect coming from the west. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, coming down through Canada, all that bullshit. So, but no, I thought about it, or I even thought about this like if I was able to invest in just having one, because I saw a couple of drinks that had a plow already with it, just like a little, not a smug, but I'll say a smug, you know, something like that already had that shit already on it. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying, that be for that, but like nah, I mean I cut because it was like that's still a little warm, that warm joint,
mm,
that little warm front that they had about
yeah. When
a
it's
couple
like
weeks back.
60s, 70s.
Yeah, man. So one of my clients, they called, and so I had to pull that puppy out real quick and knock it out. And I just rolled by there today, and it looked like fresh from when I cut it or whatever and stuff. So that was cool. But what I didn't do, remember we spoke, and you was like, I cut it one more time, cut it real low. Yeah,
Yeah.
never got to it. No shit. Shit's fluffy, and then now it's raining
Yeah.
and cold and shit. So I'm like, fuck,
Man, look,
hey,
yeah,
I'm,
that I didn't.
I'm about to go through what I go through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I still got to do one more to my yard too, though. But I mean, I could do my yard anytime. Like I don't want it if it's cold or whatever, but it's just when it rain or like I don't be. It's it's difficult to do it in the rain because I definitely don't want to be cold and wet.
Right. No, because
So
I mean,
and it makes it harder to cut also.
yeah, no, but I just got my because around that same time I just got my Turo back because my game plan
Mm.
was to because I don't have a lot of leads, but I mean, well, in the front side I don't have too many leads, but I'm talking about the backyard wise, like it's like leaves because the trees that's on the other properties
Mm.
is hanging over.
And you got a fence.
Yeah, exactly, it's hanging over my property. So like the Turo, I'll be able to mulch it and bring it up and bag it. That was my game
You
plan.
don't even have to.
Is it?
You don't even have to bag it. Just mulch it up because it'll be good for. It'll be good nutrients for next year.
Oh well, I mean, well,
Because my backyard. It's like I got a forest
yeah,
back there.
yeah,
I've mulched the leaves back there maybe 3 or 4 times already, and it don't look like I did nothing back there.
right,
But I mean, it's all good for the grass though, because by the time spring come around, it'll be done broke down anyway.
gotcha.
But it just be the bigger leaves be harder to break down. So that's why you just mulch it up. Like, I mean, just run over it a couple times. I didn't even say you got to do it like 3 or 4 times. It just depends on the type of leaves and type of mower you got.
Oh, yeah, no,
Cause,
it ain't. Go ahead.
but
No, it ain't flooded. Like it's all on the gate line. It's all on the tree line. I mean, on the gate line. You know what I'm saying? Like, no,
yeah,
I can just have, you know what I'm saying, have the youngins just go out there and honestly rake the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no bigs, but
hmm
it's just like I was like shit. Like, that was my game plan because I was gonna cut the grass, but I was gonna try to do a 2-in-1 with it. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Like
yeah, you might as well.
I was gonna use a Toro to go against the edge line. That's what I normally do because the trees hang up, the tree hang over from the other side of the other
hmm
side of the property. I mean, the property that's over my fence. So I don't even want to like really, you know what I'm saying, cut it down or whatever. I don't do too much of the cutting and sawing or whatever you want to call it. But
Yeah.
I mean, no, it ain't no big deal. It don't look terrible and shit. But yeah, but anyhow, man.
I
But
mean, even if it do though, like it's about to be winter time, and it ain't gonna hurt, and you can always get it up early spring.
right,
So
yeah. Oh no, dude, I'm not concerned at all. I'm like
yeah.
not concerned.
Yeah, because for me, I wanted to put down like some weed and feed in the fall, and then do another one in the spring, but I didn't get time to. I had, a bunch of stuff to try to close out in a short amount of time, though. So, but I mean, I always get out there early. I'll get out there early spring, maybe like February, March ish. Uh, put down a nice little pre-emerge so I won't have all those weeds in my yard. Well, I don't really get weeds that much anyway, though. It just be like, when the neighbors they weeds they cut and they blow over to your yard and they start growing in your yard. But
Oh, yeah, well,
that's
that particular the particular place you live at now, you kind of close quarters or whatnot. So
yeah.
that,
Well, I ain't super close, but I'm closer than I want to be.
right,
Like the next house I get or whatever, I definitely want to be, I want a little bit of land so I won't be, too close to people. So I can manage mine how I want to and it'll look exactly how I want it to look.
right.
Which this year I think it went pretty good though, because I did did a lot of stuff to my yard. I filled in, like, you know how in some yards you using the mower and you get those potholes or those, holes in the yard. It's because it's uneven.
Yep.
So I leveled out, for the most part. I leveled out the majority of my front yard. My backyard's good, but my front yard, I leveled that out, threw some grass seed down, put some compost, just to sort of break down for next year, so my grass will be greener. Like, my grass right now is green like it would be in the summertime.
Mm. What said thing help with the value, like say if you was to sell or whatnot, would that help with the value? Like, I mean, as far as like the landscape maintenance, do that help? I mean, I know in some places it does, but I mean, would that help? Like, for instance, if you was wanting to sell or whatever, would that help with the value that is already maintained, is already there before the
Yeah,
use?
right. Because curb appeal always helps, because the person is not they not only just looking at the house, they looking at the yard too, though. Like, how does it look? Like, because when you first pull up to a house, that's the first thing you notice. So, like if you got a terrible yard, it's like, man, that's gonna be a lot of work right there. Or you just like, man, okay, so they kept up the yard, so they did that. Just imagine how well they kept the house up.
Right.
So, and just for me, like, whether they liked it or not, though, I just enjoy doing it. So I want my yard to look nice. So, like I said, my yard, I got a lot of trees, but I do a pretty decent job of keeping all the leaves, especially in the front. Um, I just haven't done that last cut yet. I'll probably do that Saturday after I finish doing one of my customers or whatever. Finish theirs, I just knock mine out and then just store my stuff up for the winter.
Yeah, yeah, but now, are you gonna run? Because like when I picked up I mean, not my ride behind, but my turbo, my regular, just regular push more.
Push more.
Yeah, like they had told me like, yo, like run it, either run it out, you know what
Uh,
I'm saying, or and then like
Stabilizer.
this other guy, it's like I forget what it's called. Like it's a white bottle, but it's like C something. I don't know. I forget what it's called. But anyway, I don't even want to get to it.
Yeah, it's
But something that you can
yeah,
put in
like,
there that it can that if you got a little bit of gas in there that it'll shoot. Then you know what I'm saying, you run it out, then you can go ahead back. But like he was telling me like use premium for my for the mowers or whatever, and I didn't know that. I was always using unleaded and shit.
I mean, you could use any type of gas you want, but for it's just like the lawnmower is just like the motorcycle, though. So when you when you store a motorcycle, they have fuel stabilizer. That's what really messes up, like, the engine and stuff like that when you leave gas in there, though.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill all the tanks up and just put the fuel stabilizer in there, and it'll be good for next season. But the one thing I did forget, though, because I got the ride mower in the storage or whatever, I forgot to take the battery and bring it back home and to charge it over the winter time, because I don't want my
Oh,
battery to die.
oh, so that one got a damn battery. It ain't just gas already, so it's battery and gas. It's
Well,
battery
I
and
mean,
gas. The one you got. I mean, like the big boy that you got.
yeah, it's like a car basically.
No, I know that. I thought it was just fucking just a different style. It was just gas.
No, it's still gas.
I mean, I
It's gas,
understand that.
but you need to. It's just like basically like a car. You know how you put gas in there for it to run, but you have the battery that
Oh, power the mechanism and shit.
right. Yeah. So it's the same thing or whatever, but I just forgot the battery. But I'll go and get it. I'll probably get it tomorrow to make sure it's charged, because I'm gonna have to use it to Saturday when I cut this other grass. Because I was just gonna because I did buy I showed you I bought that Honda push mower.
No.
I think okay. So I bought a Honda push mower, which is sweet. Like, but I think my wife, she made a good point. She was like, granted, you could do everything with this mower, but why not just go get the big mower and do it faster?
Yeah, that's
Like,
right. That's right. I mean, you already
cause
that was already that was already in the cycle of work. And then like, if you bring a new boy up, I mean, there ain't no reason to put the wear and tear on the new boy. You know what I'm saying? Then waste your time. I
Well,
think.
no, I mean it's just a time thing though, because like every time, like when you do a job though, it's based off of hourly wages
Right.
basically. So versus me, I could do a job in like maybe 30, 45 minutes with a ride mower versus me using a push mower might take me an hour to an hour and a half. I'm losing money the longer I take.
Right.
So and I'm just like, I'd rather just go ahead and just use the big mower, knock it out and be done with it. And then I ain't out in the cold, like especially now, like I ain't out in the cold as long if I just use, the appropriate tools. So
Right. Well, caveat on business or whatnot. As the people that see that's watching or whatever, I got one. You came, even though you're out of town, but you came up yesterday and dropped me off one of your swags, one of your merches and whatnot. Got your silhouette or your logo, your face basically, and they got a piece over your eyes or whatnot. So if you don't mind explaining like what came about the reason of having said shirt and having said logo.
um I don't know, it was just, how you just be in the house one day just relaxing, watching TV or whatever you're doing. I was just sitting there because, you know, it's a Apple got a lot of products. So, I be on there just writing, sketching or whatever the case is though. And I already had the logo. And I'm just like, man, like seeing everybody else wearing t-shirts or whatnot. And I'm just like, man, I want to make my own t-shirt. So I'm just like, what could I make? And I was like, I already own this logo. So I'm like, let me see, what I can do with this and just make it a shirt. I started off just like, hey man, I'm gonna make it for myself, because I'm like, I just want to make something for myself. Then, I end up making it. Then, somebody's like, oh, that's cool. I want one. I want one. I want one. I'm just like, all right. So then, people just start asking me. Like, it ain't even nothing that I just be like, hey y'all, go to my website, I'm selling these shirts or anything like that. Like I just, appreciate the people that that I've known for a while, and they just like, oh, that's cool, hey, send me one, I'll support, send me one, I'll support. And then now I'm just like, well, I got the equipment and stuff on the way. I think I'm just about to make my own shirts though, because I feel like a Nike t-shirt at this point is anywhere from 30
30.
to 70 bucks
Let's
just
let
for
you
a
catch
t-shirt.
let you catch it on let you catch it on sale or whatever. But like I mean like
Right,
a normal joint. I mean a normal joint is going like 30 to 40, and you know what I'm saying like as far as
right.
shirt wise, yeah, because I because I did as well. We already off the line. We talked about it throughout
Hmm.
just throughout since you've been doing it and stuff like that. But yeah, and then like so it was it just like oh. I want to make a T-shirt, or do it have a significance to it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Because you got
No,
people that cross it. So
no, it actually don't though. Like I just like the way it was just one of those things. Like I like the way this look. So I'm just like, boom, boom. Like, hey, I'm about to have one of my homeboys or whatever drafted up for me, and he sent me one. I was like, okay, cool. And again, like I said, I wore it. I think I posted a picture of it or something like that, and people's like, "Oh, where can I get one of those? Where can I get one of those?" I'm like, "All right, hey, just let me know what size you want," and then I just ordered a couple more. But now, I'm about to start making them myself because I want to make my own shirts though, like especially just because I do have the lawn care business. I can make my own work uniforms or like shirts just for advertising, and I don't have to you know
outsource.
go through anybody. Yeah, I
Yeah,
could do everything myself. And again, like it is, something else that I can add to it too. Though, like a lot of people be wanting different things, and like okay, yeah, I can make this for you. Sure, I could do this. And I mean, I don't have a problem with doing it though. Like, and I'm local, so
yeah.
um,
And then with being said with that,
and I'm not a secret.
yeah, there we go. I guess I'm saying like, yeah, man, that's the biggest thing, man. It is, and you know what I'm saying, and, like, whoever's here, they hear it, whatever it is. Like it's no knock, but you know what I'm saying, like it's always like it's a guy of a guy of a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it ain't like I'm stepping on your
it's
toes.
like some type of
We
secret
all,
society type
yeah,
thing.
man. Like yeah, I mean, and like that was with basketball and everything too, man. Like you
Hmm.
gotta know this guy, or you gotta be cool with this dude to get into the courts. Like you know what I'm saying. So I don't be all on with the rigmarole with that, man. But I'm like yo, because I've been wanting to do it because I had a young lady that I went to high school with, and even family with my bro Congo. You know what I'm saying? And he have his content, Fat Ninja, which is booming like all around the world, literally. You know what I'm saying? Like he been he got a lot of swag, you know what I'm saying, product, da da da. That's he hitting it up and got to get up with him and whatnot. But as far as you know, like getting some of his merch, but that'd be the biggest thing, man. When you reach out to some of these gentlemen or ladies or whatever, is either A, inconsistent, or B, like they give you an answer, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not the answers like where it's going. Like I'm trying to feed into their thing. I'm just trying. If anything, I'm trying to help the person because your product good. So I'm like, yo, where your plug at? You know what I'm saying? I don't. It ain't like there's a dope game. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
it ain't like I'm trying to. You know what I'm saying? Cut your product or whatever and shit. Like I'm just trying to know who you got, and then hey, if it's possible to do it, it's business. If not, then it's not because I told you before I was in the mix of trying to get the one of the pressers or whatever and shit, but I don't want it to be shitty though. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like putting out bad product. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But it just be like, yeah. But I don't know, man. Overall, man, shit. If you get it, then shit, I fucking I don't know, partner with you or go with you or shit pay. You know what I'm saying? Throw the money to you to press those bad boys up. And if I had to pick it up, if I had to come take a couple hours down, you know what I'm saying, down yonder, then it'll be what it be. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm local though. Like I ain't hard to find. So it ain't like I'm just about to be like, oh, hey, well, no, I can't really do this. You know, I'm too busy or whatever the case is. But I know for a fact you know how to get in contact with me or whatever. And I don't definitely during the business season though. Like I do be busy, but not all the time. I ain't never too busy to respond. If not that day, the next day though. And I mean, you got the direct plug, so you could always just call me. And if I don't see it, once I get done with cutting or whatever I'm doing, I'll call you back. And I mean, again, it ain't that far. You know, if that's what you want to do, we can definitely make it happen or
Oh yeah,
whatever. So
I make it. I make it a reason. I make it a reason to come down there or whatever. I guess if I leave early, I can do those round trips and shit. But you know what I'm saying? But I can make it a reason, whatever, to come down. You know what I'm saying? To come
I
down
mean,
for the pickup, unless the
yeah,
you know what I'm saying, unless the pack could come up when you got to make
right, yeah.
behind
No,
this
I mean
up
that's
you know what I'm saying?
right. The logistics we could definitely work that out though, or whatever, because it ain't too big of a deal though. Like, I mean, I do come up there every once in a while. Like you said, I just came up there yesterday just to drop. I came up there, for a couple of reasons, but one of them was to just drop off the shirt to you or whatever. So it ain't too big of a deal, but it's just harder for me during the warmer months because I do a lot of work on the weekends. Like, because a lot of people don't really work. Well, I don't work on Sundays, so I don't work on Sundays or Wednesdays. So every occasionally I don't work on Wednesdays, but every other day for the most part I work. But
Now I don't. Well, now I'm not scheduled for Wednesday. I'm not scheduled for weekends no more. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? With the one joint I got it.
nope.
Now it's feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Throw on. Well, tomorrow just press down day. So boy throwing jeans on tomorrow. You heard me? But but like yeah, that shit. But that shit work. That shit hit different, man. With uniforms, like with uniforms, you got uniforms, so you already set. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Mm,
couple of jobs, you got 7 sets of uniforms. You know what I'm saying? So you already know what you're wearing and shit. But like it's like now it's like what I'm putting on tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
do this look good for this or do you know what I'm saying? Like is this going with that? So like have you I mean, did you ever have an issue like what you putting on, man? I understand you always been like in more of a more not cubicle, but like more of a like an admin area or business area type acclimate. You know what I'm saying? Like where you always particularly certain
Had to,
or like
yeah,
casual
dressed up or
or
whatever.
whatever the case may be. So you know what I'm saying like you, Xavier, you know what I'm saying like Dennis, whatever the case may be, and a couple other fellows that I know. So like was that hard for you all at the beginning or that was just a natural thing?
for you?
No, I mean, cause you got to look at it like today. You just got up, you just grabbed some and put it on or whatever. Like now, if it was a special reason, like I had like some type of important meeting or something like that, like yeah, you just be like, okay, I'm just about to throw a suit on, you know. But for the most part, what I do, I wear jeans, hoodies, shirts. I don't wear t-shirts because it'd be mad cold in the building. But I mean, it's just like say, just think about school. Like when you're going to school, like all right, hey, all right, I'm take this out and wear this tomorrow. Or you get up in the morning and be like, let me see what I'm about to wear. It just be a day by day thing though. It ain't nothing like I just plan out like my outfits or nothing like that.
See, no, mine's different. I mean, like, yo, I press. I mean, like me, like even when I was in school, I was in high school, but whether I was wearing jeans or Esco, damn jersey and shit, you know what I'm saying, whatever, like, always iron my clothes my whole 5 days. You know what I'm saying? Like, always, I already had my shit laid out like that, all the way down to the sneakers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already knew what I was wearing that whole week. On Sundays, I iron my whole kick of booty. You heard me? So, but
Yeah.
like, I was so far gone from that because I always have to wear any type of like whether it's Dickies and whether it's like like whether I worked at B Does, whether I worked at Treachers or whatever. So I'm wearing different shit. You know what I'm saying? Like basically uniform based. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like. But now where I'm at, where I landed at lat moved or whatever. Where I'm at now, where I actually have a desk and shit, and I actually can like actually like just look in the closet and wear shit that I had for years or whatever, and I can pull that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a thermal, whether it's a dress shirt or some slacks or whatever and shit. And like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, then now it's like, damn, that shit different. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's different. I mean, it's right. You know what I'm saying? For people that's listening or y'all or whoever that already been in these offices type positions is a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It's probably normal to y'all. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I think it's just different for different people though, because I mean, you do have those people who like to plan out their whole week, but for me, like if I plan out my whole week and one day I'm just like, I don't really want to wear this, I'm gonna have to change it anyway. Or, like say you plan out the whole week and you want to wear something, like say just for instance, whatever, you wear something that, you know, pretty expensive or whatever, and then that day you're supposed to wear it, it rained. You don't want to get your shoes messed up, so then you got to change your whole outfit up. So for me, I was just like, I just did it day by day. I'm like, all right, I grab me a pair of jeans, grab me a shirt, shoes, I'm out the door. And if it was just like, like say I had an interview or somebody real important was coming to the building or whatever, like okay, like I mean I wear suits. I was wearing suits a couple times a week anyway though, so I was just like, all right, let me just throw on a suit or whatever. Um, I mean it's just I don't know. I guess after a while it just become like second nature though. Like I just don't like planning out a lot of stuff because things change and I change my mind. So one thing I might want to wear one day, or I might want to wear something tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes, I was like, I really don't want to wear that, so I put something on different. And then my wife got a big influence on stuff that I be wearing too, though. Like, cause
Oh,
I done got into the sweatpants phase. I don't even be wanting to wear jeans or nothing.
oh yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I got sweatpants. I mean, like, yo, if I ain't working, you know what I'm saying? Like I think yesterday was the first day. Or no, or the last 3 days was the first day where I didn't like when I come home. Because normally when I come home, the first thing I do, I drop my bags. You know what I'm saying? Say what's up, blah blah blah, and then I go upstairs, change over to some jogging pants or some you know what I'm saying some shorts, whatever, and then come down, and then start my home day or whatever. And
Yeah.
but like shit, yesterday for instance, when I got off work, I mean I kept my I had some, you know, some Dickies on and a flannel, but I was in regular clothes, and plus I ain't cleaning no shitters and shit, or I ain't working with no, you know what I'm saying, no dirty grease or no, you know what I mean, shit like that. So, I mean, I was cool until it was time for me to shower or whatever like that. So, yeah, I mean, influence wise, I mean, when you said with your whiz or whatever, um, is that like is that like is that a weekly thing type deal, or is that's like just a spur of the moment, or do you ask for that? Do you ask for that insight,
Oh,
or or or
absolutely.
just like
No, that
or just like
not it.
happen to
This could
see
be a daily
open
thing.
it up?
Just a day, like if I'm about to go somewhere, I'm like, how does this look? What do you think about this? like sometimes she'll be like, "Oh yeah, I like that a lot," or I'm like, "All right, hey, that's cool, but do you have anything else, or do you have like say it's basically with suits and stuff like that. Like when I actually dress up, like put on like suits. So I'll just be like, hey, what do you think about this? Because I'll be trying to push the envelope, and she be like, you're doing too much. So I was like, all right, then she just be like, she keep me together or whatever, because she all about the fashion stuff though. So and it ain't just like the trendy stuff though. Like it's stuff that can,
Put pieces together.
right, just putting a lot of pieces together or whatever. And she always put me on a different stuff though, like because before, when I first started wearing suits, if you look at the suits I was wearing back then to definitely the suits that I have now, I'd be looking at like, man, I was lost.
Nah, you was trying, but like even you was trying to get me into the skinny world. You know what I'm saying? Or the
Not the
you
skinny
call it
world.
fitted, man, but it ain't.
It's the European style, dude. Like you gotta wear like you can't like for me, I won't say you can't, but I think it's a better look where you when you wear tailored fitted clothes versus the Steve Harvey joints.
Oh no, I understood. I mean, I ain't talking about Steve Harvey. I ain't talking about like the joints where back in the King of Comedy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm talking about for instance, like when like say you see like I say Shay Sharp and shit. You know what I'm saying? I say like Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
His. I mean he's one of the this is like one of the months, but I watch him. I mean, I watch the show a lot, so that I'm just thinking about that because I just got done watching
Yeah.
a little bit ago. But I mean, like, yo, I wanted 450, like, cause like when I even went to go shop for a couple, I hate to say garments, but a couple material for,
Couple pieces.
yeah, a couple pieces or whatever. Like, I want to get a suit jacket or
Yeah.
whatnot, but you know what I'm saying, like, I never, for one, I never been comfortable in one, or I never been comfortable in even when we was in the military and shit. Like, I always hated that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it always, even though they tailor made that shit or whatever, but like every time had an inspection, had to put it on. Like it was always something that where it just ain't feel like I ain't feel comfortable in them alphas or whatever and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but even going forward with the but now you got the stretch and loose fit type deals or whatever. So you know what I mean, like I want to get a suit jacket and shit because I like how that look, the suit jacket and the jeans with the collar, something like a little collar quote dress shirt or whatever and shit. So I mean, I'm trying to get to it, but like I said, I'm so used to having that just that regular, just blue collar, you know, what I'm saying uniform. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just like this shit new to me, dog. Even though I'm 36, and guess what? At 36, I still can't tie a fucking tie. You know what I'm saying? Especially
Hey,
the tie that
I'm.
especially the tie that I want to tie. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
The Windsor night,
Don't worry. About
my big Windsor.
we'll get you together with time to tie though. But
I didn't
I
try.
think it just come with you just uncomfortable because it's something that you didn't do regularly though. Like because when I first started wearing them consistently though, like I'm just like like pulling the shirt and all this type of stuff. But now I mean it's just I guess it just becomes second nature the more you do it. So the more you do it, then the more comfortable you'll be, though. And again, like you said, I think that was a great example, though. Like Shannon Sharp, though, like he be having some fire fits on, though. I be like, yo, Shannon be out here killing the game, though.
And then like yeah, cause like for instance, like some of those some of the some of the suit jackets or whatever, or even the suits or whatever the case may be. But like I always like that dog on call it stripes, not stripes, but the squares or whatever, like the accent squares. You know what I'm saying? Say you got it's all gray, but then you got like a burgundy, like it'll be the accents would be like stripes going
Oh, you mean like the plaid
like a
looking
plaid, yeah, like a
suits?
plaid type
I
looking, yeah,
can't think of what it's called.
yeah, like a plaid type joint. You know what I'm saying? Like those always look dope to me and shit. But
I felt like my wife was gonna chime in when I said the plaid looking suits.
so speaking of your wife,
Uh,
or speaking of that, like
hey, hold on. What is those called? Herringbone. There you go.
everybody,
See?
look at that. Hey,
Yeah, she gave me the
I'm writing this shit down. Dog. Like,
yeah,
I'm on
plaid
that
looking.
long, so I'm on the fly. So what, that's
Look,
herringbone suit or whatever the hell.
yeah.
Well,
I guarantee Xavier see this. He about to be like,
man, that nigga ain't seeing
listen,
shit.
that
That nigga
dude.
don't that nigga don't content. That nigga don't go to nothing. You know what I'm saying? He ain't hearing shit. But anyway,
He'll see it eventually.
hey, well, it'll be what it be. I've been trying to get this nigga on since I've been started this shit. But yeah, no, it is what it is. Hey, I love Parker or whatever. You know, do what he do. Shit. Going forward, have you been keeping up in NBA shit, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
Man, I have not. I've been actually like since I've been stopped working or whatever, doing the lawn care stuff. Like, bro, I just been on a serious chill. Like, I ain't looked at too much TV. I know it's a whole bunch of trades that just happened. Have no idea.
okay.
None. I'm like, this downtime, I'm really about to take as downtime. I ain't trying to do too much of nothing. Like, but spend time with my family. That's pretty much it.
All right.
Yeah, I ain't kept up with that at all. I ain't watched. I actually this season, I didn't watch nothing but the last game of the finals. That last game that the Lakers won. That's the only game I watched in its entirety.
Okay.
Other than that, like I ain't had no time. I ain't had a desire to like be too busy.
Yeah, no, no, more or less. I mean, 'cause I don't watch. We didn't cut the cord for years now, but I mean, like, I catch highlights or like most of my content come from like I said, when I watch whether it's First Take or Undisputed, my primary
Mhm.
is so engaging and funny. Even though First Take is not bad, but I'm an Undisputed guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Wait, so first take is with
First Take
Shannon
is
and
Steven.
Skip, right?
No. Undisputed is Shannon and Skip. First Take
Okay, I
is
watched that
Stephen
too.
A.
Yeah,
First Take is Stephen A. and Max, and then
I don't watch them too, man.
I mean
I
I
feel
mean
like they just
they
be
ain't bad.
yelling all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know, Undisputed. I feel that went very they got what is like when Skip picked Shannon or whatever and shit, and for him to be, you know what I mean,
The
like.
perfect combination
It,
of,
like it
because
just, you know what I'm saying, like it just shake, man. It's just so funny, you know what I'm saying, like it's so funny, but it's so informative as well, you know what I'm saying, like
yeah,
even though people say like people hate Skip because of the hating LeBron shit, which I can be a part of, you know what I'm saying, like at
it
times,
is what it is.
it is what it is, and but he growing on me, he's as growing on me and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, like, I just watched what's that called, the shop talk or whatever,
Yeah,
they was talking to Barack or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But Barack was the guest or whatever, President Barack.
okay.
And it was actually dope. But just I mean, like, just I never hated him on his outside the lines. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I always been on his ass about on the court shit because he can play that bully ball. But at the time, when I'm like, man, play that bully ball. You heard me? Like, it's like, hey man, like get in the post, but you didn't start getting the post until you was like year 8, year 9 when you get to the Heat and shit. Like you could have been posting these jokers up since you was, you know what I'm saying, year 2 when you started bulking up. You know what I'm saying? That was my biggest thing. That was my biggest gripe. Granted, did I buy the shoes? You know what I'm saying? Did I buy the shorts? Did I hoop it and do all that shit? Yes, I did. So I have a love and
I
hate
mean,
shit with this guy. You know what I'm saying? Listen, relax, man. I'm
it
putting
ha-
this right now.
it happens though. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, Shannon Sharp is hilarious, bruh.
Yeah,
Like he's he was a perfect fit because Skip, he's so serious, and Shannon, he just so comical though. Like it's ridiculous.
but Skip.
Definitely would he be wearing that goat mask?
Come out with the
And
jersey,
he brought,
all his
yeah,
props. Come to Club Shay Shay.
yeah,
Look, then Club Shay Shay turned into a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I just got done watching one with, actually,
I'm sure he got
Lamar.
a ton of endorsements from that show too, though, like Hennessy, uh,
Oh yeah,
Black and Mild, all type of stuff.
yeah,
Though I was like,
oh, no,
he's funny, bro.
backwoods, like, hey, yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
he be getting, like he a show, like he be getting kicks. He be getting kicks. Like, I mean, I don't know if it's
Hmm.
endorsements or just gifts or whatever, but like even Nike,
Yeah.
like he got
Oh
some.
yeah. He stayed with the New Bronze
Yeah,
though.
exactly what I'm saying. Like, so the jerseys, whether it's sneakers, the jerseys or whatnot. But like, no, man, no, that's a dope thing, man. It's very entertaining, and like I said, like it's informative as well. You know what I mean? But I mean, that's good shit, man. What else you got on your docket, man? I mean, as far as like what's upcoming for you, as far as business wise, we talk t-shirts, we talk landscaping and whatnot. Like, what else you got going that's more of a plug or a promotion that you can, what I'm saying, that you can let know that's what's popping.
Uh, Nothing right now. The only thing I'm really focused on is just growing this landscaping business or whatever. Just constantly trying to add you know, more tools and more services to the business or whatever. Like I did a little bit of aeration last year, maybe for like I only did it for like a short amount of time. But this upcoming year though, like I'm offering that service pretty much year round. Because like I told you offline or whatever, I just bought a big, commercial size aerator. So that's definitely gonna be I'm gonna aerate and seed. That's because um that's what a lot of people be asking me, like, hey, do you aerate and seed? And I had unfortunately I had to tell them like, nah, I didn't do it this year, but next year for sure. And I might even dabble in the snow removal, but that's kind of iffy though, because it doesn't really snow that much here in Columbus. So I mean, now if I was in Cleveland, I could probably make a nice, little profit off of that, because it would be beneficial.
Right.
But I don't want to do nothing that's not beneficial. Like I don't want to waste money just because I feel like I think I can do almost anything, as far as landscaping, except for cutting down, trees, because I just don't want to get into that. For one, it is a very lucrative, aspect of it, but it's time consuming, and at this point I'm a one man show. So
But there, going with the one man show, I was gonna ask you. That's the point. I mean, that was one thing I was gonna ask you. I was like, are you? Is it to a point that you, if your clientele was to get to get quote heavy or what I'm saying, spike up or whatnot, are you in the or have you thought about um having a payroll type deal? You know what I'm saying, like, or having somebody on payroll, like having
yeah,
like an 8-man team, but I'm talking about, like, I'm saying, two, three,
no,
whatever case may be. You know what I mean?
yeah, workers or
Just
whatever. Yeah, that's what me and my wife talked about it, because like I always ask her, because she's on the outside looking in and she can give me a different perspective. So it was just like, okay, well, like you said, what if my clientele doubled? How would I handle that? And I was like, I would have to hire at least another person, though, because if it's two people, who can actually do it, I can get the work done twice as fast. But this year was year one, actually, just doing it, professionally. So starting out, it was a lot harder, because I didn't it was either one, I didn't know there was equipment I can use to do it, and two, I just didn't have the equipment. Like, so now I feel like I have all the equipment, and towards the end of the season, stuff was extremely easy, and it wasn't taking me as long though. Like, just an example, at the beginning of the year, I did my first yard cleanup. It took me 3 days to do.
oh yeah, I remember that.
Um, yeah, and then at the end of the season, I did that same yard. It took me 2 hours. So I'm just like, just having a different equipment, and then the knowledge and experience too makes it easier. So again, just I invested a whole lot into the company in this first year. So next year it'll be a lot easier, and I can take on more responsibility because I have all the necessary equipment.
Gotcha. Um, what else I have for you? I ain't gonna hold you too much longer, man. Damn, something else I have for you. Oh shit. Well, I already asked you what your endeavors going forward. We already talked about that. I would say, where can they find you at if they want to find one of these shirts or whatever? Like, what's your handle, or even for your business, your business plug or whatnot? What would you like to put out for next
Look,
season coming up? If you, I don't know if you travel, or do you travel? You know what I'm saying?
travel for
Like,
lawn
travel for
care.
land for yeah, lawn care, whatever. Like, say next season, whatever. Or are
It
you
would
are you just staying local to the area you at, or if
it
the
would
or if the
it would have to be beneficial though.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
It had to be worth the travel though, because
right,
I have actually traveled for a couple of things though. But for the most part, I'm working on this year coming up, just having a route, like a route of
Right.
people to do. I know I have people here in Columbus that aren't extremely close, but I'll still continue to service them. But I want like a route, a condensed route to where I'm not doing a whole lot of travel and I'm doing more servicing.
Gotcha.
Um, I don't know, man. What is my on my Instagram for the shirts? I think is it J Rome 8809, JAYROME 8809.
Okay.
You can hit me on there to get a shirt if you want one. And my landscaping handle is Sharp Landscaping and Design. I mean, you can look that up on Google, um, Facebook, and Instagram. I think, yeah, and Instagram. So,
And then like when you say is it when you say and it's not that and symbol, it's the AND spelled out.
yeah, yeah.
And then when you say and design, like what do design what do design mean? I mean, like when you say what do you offer when you say landscaping and design? I mean, landscaping, I know we kind of know what that is, but this is spelled out all the way through and through. Like landscaping and design, what does that mean that you offer?
So it like how people want the pavers, or they want, like, a person has just bought a house and they don't have an idea of what they want for the yard, though. Like, I can go in and tell them, like, okay, I think this will look good, I think these will look good, like, because I don't only cut grass, aerate, seed. I do shrubs. I do shrub removal. I plant shrubs, flowers, hedges. um I mean, I've put down pavers. You know, I I do a
What is
lot.
papers? If I may ask, what is papers? I'm not hip to that. You talking land
Uh,
lingo?
this the little concrete blocks, the little
Oh,
squares that you put
oh,
down, like the stepping stone, the
oh,
paver.
yeah.
Those are pavers.
The outside of that is like the mulch in the middle of that, or something like that.
Yeah, like, so, like, those two pavers are like, the sidewalk, right?
Right.
That's in essence a huge paver. That's what it looks like. It's just smaller.
Okay.
It could be like a 6 by 6, 12 by 12. You know, I do those. I also do fire pits too. So
Yeah.
that's the design. That's the design. I told you
No,
that.
I'm slacking on that, man. I'm trying to get that done before. I mean, not this season, but next season. I talked to Sid too. You know what I'm saying? I talked to your uncle, whatever. Because I'm actually trying to get a privacy gate like he did with that. Like, I mean,
hmm
I'm all about helping. I mean, I still, I would still pay, compensate for y'all time. You know, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The labor that y'all do or whatever. And obviously, I'll be buying all the stuff and actually probably have it here before y'all even get here or whatever. But yeah, but I spoke to him last time I was over there, and that was a couple of things that I'm trying to get, man, because y'all got that stuff
Yeah.
going hot and spicy. You need to get that.
Yeah. Oh, and not to cut you off, but and you were talking about if I'm willing to travel or whatever. For the most part, like, if I get clients in Cleveland, depending on what they want, I either reach out to you, like, hey man, I got somebody, or whatever the case is, or him. I mean, both of y'all do great jobs though, so that's why I don't mind. Like, okay, hey, I'll take some. You want something done in Cleveland? Let me know. I don't mind it. I can. Hey, I got somebody perfect for that. That can do that for you.
Oh yeah, I mean,
And
I mean,
that's
the cut wise, I mean, Sid probably got y'all got more juice than I got. I mean, or as far as like, I mean, the cut wise, you already know. I mean, not with that, man.
yeah.
We all circled that. Well, he even gave me calls like, yo, hey, Joe, can you go? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I mean, like, whether he tied up or whether he busy or whatever, can you go
hmm
take care of that? You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's you. You know what I'm saying? Just shoot me a picture that is done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did that a couple times or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, but no, it ain't no big deal with that. No, I was saying like if it's like the big business that you know what I'm saying, like the new products that you use and like stuff that that I know I'm not able to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the equipment to
hmm
do this said thing. So that's why I'm not in that market. Yeah, I mean, like you always tell me, you always talk about, hey, I'm doing this now, I'm doing that now, even with the cleanup shit before you did the first cleanup that you talked about.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, shit, once again, one man band, I'm like, and then plus I ain't able to haul. You know what I'm saying? I got a full kit on the bed in my truck, so I ain't
Yeah.
haul too much shit. You know, I can't haul too much stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I could throw a
That's why we
couple,
got to get you that trailer,
yeah. You know
man.
what I'm saying? Like, I could throw a couple bags on that bad boy, but
Yeah.
if I'm doing a full fledged, you know what I mean, cleanup
Yeah.
shit. I ain't in that lane yet. You know what I mean? So
Well, I mean,
ain't over exert myself. You know what I'm saying?
perfectly understandable. Like I said, that's why I said, the difference is though, like say if somebody wanted me to do something in Cleveland, like one of my friends or whatever, he's like, hey man, like here's my address. You think you could get my yard together for me? I'm like, all right, send me the address or whatever. So I looked at the yard or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, so you here. So, that was one of those they wanted, certain services or whatever, and I just reached out to Cedric and I'm just like, oh, okay, hey, XYZ, he's like, hey, he want this done or whatever, and I shot him the address, and he went over there and took care of it. Cool. All right, for me, as long as they get taken care of, like I don't mind outsourcing the stuff though, because I even though I would love to do it, I'm not there. Like, and I can't just be like, all right, hey, not all the time, just because of my schedule. I can't just be like, all right, well, I would drive all the way, hour 45 minutes up to Cleveland, take maybe another hour, depending on what the job is, do that, and then drive an hour 45 back, because 9 times out of 10, I have something to do the next day or maybe even that day. So now it's weekends that I don't have anything to do, like, and during those times, and, I come up because sometimes I come up, I'll just do my sister's yard just because I'm up there.
Right.
Like I've done my aunt's yard. She's like, hey, can you come up here? And for me, I look at it like, all right, let me look at the job or whatever, and I look at him like, yeah, I know this could be extremely expensive if you have someone else do it. So I'm like,
Right.
I don't mind doing it, like, okay, this is what I'm certain they are going to charge you, like the market would charge you, and I'll for certain family members or whatever, depending on their what's going on or whatever, like I give them a discount. And then certain times of the season I give a discount. So but at this point, like I know I want to grow the business or whatever. And even if I grow the business and start getting clientele up there, like I can have like I for the lack of a better term right now, like a satellite office up there, like say, all right, hey, I got XYZ, hey y'all, this is the market. I got like 30 new clients up there. If y'all want to split them 15 each, just, I just give me like a small, it won't even be a huge percentage or whatever. Like, and then y'all keep everything else,
Right.
and then I can do all the scheduling and all that type of stuff. So it's one less thing y'all got to worry about. Just look at the schedule, just look at the calendar every day, and then you just know what you got to do.
Well, I mean, hey,
But
that sound like a plan. I mean, that's. I mean, I ain't saying I'm not enjoying it on now, or whatever. But I mean, like
yeah,
now I'm back. I mean, like now, for me myself, I know coming next season where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? Like the weekends is off now. You know what I'm saying? Like so, and
mm,
those are the biggest things. And plus, I get off dumb early now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? I get off 1:30. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? So,
uh-huh,
or well, it'll change again. I'll be getting off like probably right on like 3:30 again. But it'll be the weekends off. That's another reason why I had to
mm,
really digress from cutting joints. But then once again, like I have to get into like basically like contracts, man, because
yeah,
like you said, it's, like I'm not into the quote business of whereas all right, it's 2 weeks or whatever. Then oh no, it look good, I'm good. Then you want to call me on the whim. You know what I'm saying? Like nah,
yeah,
I'm not in that space no more. Where to is I'm not a rookie no more. And what I'm saying is that you know what I'm saying?
mm,
Like yo, nah, hey, we gonna set this up. We're gonna do it every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like if it happened to rain that particular day or whatever, that's fine. You know what I mean? But if
yeah.
it's
Get you on a schedule.
everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we can reschedule in that way, but you know what I'm saying? Like, no, man, we doing this clockwork, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah.
let's go ahead and throw this contract out or whatever. Like, at least that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I mean,
Mm,
so I was thinking these last 2 years, but like, hey, I've been cutting these grasses for 2 or 3 years, but even before I got the material from you or the equipment from you that I bought off of you, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I was pushing a full lot. You know what I'm saying like a doggone industrial lot. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like a business lot. You know what I mean? So
Uh,
I was just pushing a regular mower and having a battery little small blower. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like once I was able to once you upgraded and I upgraded with you. You know what I mean? Hey, the shit was quicker. The shit was good. But at the same time, like some of the clientele is like it's they thinking it's on their time, and then
Yeah.
that makes sense to
And
me.
that's
Yeah.
and I think we had that conversation too though, like man, a schedule not only helps you, but it benefits them too though. So it's something they don't have to worry about. Because that's why like I started off with a schedule. I'm just like, for me, that way I can plan out, my days or whatever. I don't want it would be difficult for me to just be like, all right, well, hey, can you come cut my yard today? It's like, nah, I already got something planned for today. And then, like for me, I don't want to tell a person no, not again that I didn't need the money. I didn't do it for the money. I did it because I wanted to do it. But then you tell a person no, then it's like, well, I can't just call it. I don't want to get into that habit of just like, hey, I can call them whenever I want to. Now I can see if it's just like, okay, you're on a 1 week or 2 week schedule. And then within that 2 weeks, like you get like a lot of rain and your grass happen to grow. They'd be like, hey, do you think you can come early? I'm like, okay, let me see what I can do. I can try to fit you in somewhere, cool. But then after that, we're going right back to that schedule.
Right.
Because, okay, like, all right, say for example, I'll be like, all right, tomorrow, I know I got to do this, and this. I, then tomorrow comes somebody call me like, hey, well, like I was wondering, can you, how soon can you come out and service my yard? I look at my schedule, like, oh, okay, well, I have an opening this day. Does that work for you? If it works for you, if it does, if it doesn't, I mean, if something comes available, I'll let you know.
Gotcha.
But I don't want to, and it's easy to track too. And it's just so like for me, it just took me this year to get stuff under control as far as everything because you do have once you have a schedule, people start to understand that schedule, and then it's just like once they understand that schedule, they expect it. So I'm like, okay, cool, this is what you expect. This is the quality you're going to get every single time, and then that people start to see that, and then they be like, oh, okay, they start talking, and then you get more clients or whatever because I think I've gotten maybe 4 or 5 new clients since I closed down for the season, just from word of mouth.
Right.
Just going out and doing that one off, like somebody's like, hey, like I really, I know you closed down, but like I really, need this done or whatever. And I was like, all right, I think I could do that for you. Then I went out and did it. And then, the service that I provided, people was looking at it like, man, like, okay, well, this is sweet. Like, hey, can I get the contact information? They just been reaching out because I actually got I have an estimate tomorrow for next year
So,
for
and they said,
for, for spring. So I'm like, okay, yeah. So that's how that works or whatever. And the one thing that I do need to work on is the payment thing because I take electronic payments. Like I take all forms of payment, cash, check, you know, EFT, however, like I got all those payment apps and
right.
all that stuff. But the thing is I need to do a better job of like you have to pay the day
Prior to,
of your
yeah,
service.
like prior to, or if not
Either
prior to.
yeah, if not prior to. Like it's depending on what it is though. Like for certain cleanups, depending on how much it costs, you definitely have to pay in advance before I do it
Right.
because when in that you can lose a lot of money if you don't because you can go out and buy all that material and then they change their mind like, oh no, I don't want this service anymore, and then you stuck with all this material that you can't take back. Mulch, you can't take mulch back. Grass seed, can't take that back. I mean, it's a lot of stuff you just really can't take back or whatever. So, but for the most part, everybody that I've dealt with have paid. Um, Sometimes, people would talk to me like, hey, well, like, can I send it to you tomorrow or the day after or that? Like, okay, cool, no problem because I've dealt with them.
Had the rapport.
But yeah, and it's I mean, some people like I think I've only had like one incident where somebody just didn't pay. And it was only it was like a $40 cut or whatever, and they just gave me $30, and it was just they have a $10 balance. So I'm just like, it's $10. I know it's the principle of it, but it's not nothing that I'm stressing over. I'm not about to hound you or knock your door down or whatever, but I just know if you want me to come service your yard again, it'll be what I normally charge you plus $10. You
Yeah.
know,
All right. Well.
but
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, you good?
No, I mean it's good, but it's I enjoy it. I know we talk about it a lot offline, so yeah, I'm just actually looking forward to spring.
Oh shit. So I mean, yeah, I ain't say I'm looking forward to it, but I mean, like just doing my regular. If I'm doing, I mean, if I still have those said regular cuts, you know what I'm saying, it'll happen how it go. But I mean, like I'm set. I'm set to have said things done or whatever. Or like what I'm saying, I'm set to do those things if to go out. You know what I'm saying, to go out and I mean to go out and just for like more or less as pocket. You know what I'm saying, like more or less as pocket money. You know what I mean, like or like
Mm,
for something that I can invest in. Obviously, let's say the podcast or say
mm.
whatever endeavor, so I don't have to touch the what I'm saying, like the shit
The other money.
like the shit that's coming in or whatever and stuff like that. But so I'm trying to incorporate this segment. You the first one that's here and stuff. So I got 3 questions. I'm right now. I'm still working with the words, but I'm gonna call it the bruise the bruise rapid. You know what I'm saying? So this is all I'm gonna do is just give you two. All I'm gonna do is just give you a either or. It's only 3 of them, and then that's all you gotta say. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta do that. So start right here. I will ask you: beer or liquor,
Beer.
dunk or shoot,
Dunk, of course.
sneakers or casual shoes.
Casual shoes.
You son of a bitch. I'm going sneakers. All right. So I don't know. That's my first time doing them. I'm trying to get different segments, man, going. I'm really trying to revamp this shit, man. Like how you doing how you doing this? I mean, even though this is a hobby for me and stuff like that. So like, when I ask y'all guys to come on or gals to come on, man, and give me an hour of y'all time, I definitely appreciate it. And right before I let you go, your backdrop. What the fuck is that, man? Like, it's like you living in a mansion somewhere, man. What was up? I dig.
Just
I say like no. Say like no.
just curtain. It's just
I don't know.
curtains,
It's just
man. It's a
curtains.
window.
Oh shit. Oh okay. All right. No. Shit looks sweet. No, it looked dope. The whole
uh,
time I wanted to ask you the whole time, but I was like, I wait to the end. You know what I mean? But,
no,
but
just
no, it's good color,
curtains, and
good
this
little
is the
thing.
couch.
I know. Yeah. I see. Yeah. That's good. That's good shit out here. You know what I'm saying? But hey, with that being said, man. Hey, everyone. This is my guy. Like I said, my brother, my cousin. I don't know what to call him. I don't know what to call him. Just family. You know what I'm saying? Um, reach me at bruiserypodcast@gmail.com. If y'all have any emails, any questions, any requests, if y'all can't reach him as far as landscaping or anything, as far as what's going on with the podcast, please like, share, comment. What's that? What else?
Subscribe.
Subscribe. There you go. Subscribe. Thank you. Do all that, please. You know what I'm saying? Especially if y'all listen to if y'all listen to audio via Apple Music or whatnot, comment and do the same thing and hit a 5 star and just put a little comment, whatever. And once again, that helps go with it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about the listens. It's about how many comments you got. I'm starting to learn this algorithm. So, but with that being said, man, this is the Bruiser Podcast. Rome, I appreciate you. I'll call you real quick and get offline.
All right.
But this is the Bruiser Podcast. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching it. Or excuse me, let's say watching. Thank y'all for watching. Later, haters.